All of that negative thinking is coming from the back of the brain. So step into the now, step into the frontal lobe, step into that place where you really feel alive. You're stuck in that monkey brain and it's just repeating and repeating and repeating. You got to shift into that prefrontal cortex. That's where the real human self is. That's where the now is. Aloha, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I am going to be answering a comment, rather more like a video request, and this is inspiring today's video. So thank you so much, Deliberate Creator, for this. He's asking, could you please do a video about how to get yourself out of a negative mindset? This is really big. This comes down to that monkey mind, right? That emotional brain that's always tied to reactions, just constantly reacting to life. Oh no, is that going to happen? It's what I call the what ifs. You get dragged into those what if scenarios, right? Like, what if this happens? Oh my gosh, what if this? What if that? What if? Ah! We've all been there 1,000 times. And, it's something that is not conducive. It's not productive, right? Those what if scenarios do not exist. That is getting caught in the future, right? Which creates anxiety. Or the other alternative is you're either depressed because you're stuck in the past. You have to be very clear of which one of those are so you can catch yourself and bring yourself back into the moment. That is the secret with all of this. Understanding that the only thing that is real is the present moment, the now, as I like to call it. If you're stuck in the future and you're feeling anxiety, you're feeling fear, you're feeling tension in your body, that is a sign that you are literally not in the present moment. You are stuck in a reality that does not exist. Take a break. Here's how you create that cycle. Here's how you step back into the present moment. Okay, it's what I call the thought labeling process. You literally take a deep breath. If you are externally stimulated too much, close your eyes and take a deep breath and just slowly call out those thoughts one by one. What is happening? The biggest scenario that that I can bring up for myself and an experience from the past is when going through a hard breakup, right? A really hard breakup that I had, and I've had many. I'm just telling you a particular scenario where my mind was constantly thinking about that woman, just constantly like, oh my gosh, why this? What did happen? What did I do? Judgment, blame, doubt, fear. It was just a roller coaster inside my brain. And thought labeling, I slowly got focus, slowly was able to bring my awareness to those thoughts one by one. And then the next step is labeling them. So the thought comes up like, oh, what if I did this? Then you label it. Is this productive? Is this good? Is this benefiting the highest good of all? Is that serving your highest path? Ask yourself that question in that moment for that particular thought. And if it's not, then say, this thought is no longer serving me. It's like putting a stamp on the thought. Each thought needs a stamp. It needs a stamp of approval, right? Before it can go into your memory bank, before it can go into your consciousness. Everything is energy. And if you're stuck in the subconscious, you're stuck in that monkey brain, and it's just repeating and repeating and repeating. You got to shift into that prefrontal cortex. That's where the real human self is. That's where the now is. It's not going to happen in emotion. Energy in motion is emotion. So all that reactivity, all of that negative thinking is coming from the back of the brain. So step into the now, step into the frontal lobe, step into that place where you really feel alive. Start labeling those thoughts. Close your eyes. One by one, label them. Stamp of approval. Is it serving you, or does it have to go? And keep going, because those thoughts will come back up. And what's funny is you notice you put the stamp on it and it's like, wait, that thought comes back up about him or her or whatever the negative thought is. And you're like, wow, I thought I put this in the other file cabinet. I thought I put that in, I thought that wasn't coming back. And you'll notice it comes back and comes back and comes back. So what you're doing is you're shifting your priorities. You're shifting your awareness of who you're identifying with. I'm identifying to choose with that higher self, that soul, that really sustainable energy. And what happens is that negative mindset is like pulling you into the survival. Like, no, what about him? What about her? Oh, what happened? What about this thing? Oh, are you going to do it? What if, what? See how it's just like constantly pulling you back? That's a negative reactivity that is fear-based. So slow down. Take a few seconds to slow down and understand that everything is either fear-based or it's love-based. So step into the love, step into the now, step into that bliss that is within our heart, that is within all of us. And you would be very surprised what can happen. I hope this helps everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Namaste.